What did you do before you got out of bed this morning? Check your phone, hit snooze. For ancient humans, the first thought of the day was a single urgent question. How do we survive the next 24 hours? Their entire day was a minute-by-minute battle against the energy budget. Every action burned calories and every task had to find more. This wasn't a life of epic hunts, but a relentless, skilled grind. Let's walk through what that actually looked like. Your day started at dawn, not with an alarm, but with a group assessment. You lived in a small, mobile band with no supermarkets. So the first conversation was a planning session. Where did we find food yesterday? Is the water source still good? The group would then split based on skill and knowledge, because survival required specialization. For most people, the morning meant foraging. This wasn't casual berry picking. You were a walking botanical library. You knew exactly which roots were edible, which tubers needed processing, which insects were packed with protein. This inherited knowledge was your most vital tool. You'd spend a significant portion of the day walking, digging, and gathering. Plant foods typically provided most of the calories. It was a steady, meticulous work. Hunting, meanwhile, was a high-stake gamble. It meant hours of silent trekking, often for no rewards. While the tools were clever, sharp spears, spear thrower, the prey was fast and dangerous. A success fed the whole group. A failure wasted a huge amount of precious energy. It was a necessary risk, not a daily event. By midday, the real processing began. You had raw materials, but they weren't ready. Nuts needed shelling, roots needed peeling and pounding, meat needed careful butchering, and your tools were always wearing out. So you'd make new ones. Knapping flint to create sharp blades was a daily essential skill. This was maintenance work for your entire survival kit. And you were always on the move. When local resources dwindled, the whole camp packed up. Every few days or weeks, you'd carry your few belongings to a new spot near fresh water. The afternoon could be a long walk, followed by the work of building a simple shelter. You were following the food season by season. As the sun set, the group reunited by the fire. Food was shared, the stories were told, but this wasn't free time. This was when culture and knowledge were passed on. Elders taught skills. Hunters shared information. The next day's plans were made. Social life was woven directly into survival. Then came the dark. With only firelight, sleep followed the sun. And it was probably different. Research suggests pre-industrial sleep patterns were often segmented. A first sleep, a period of quiet wakefulness at night. Then a second sleep. You rested hard from exhaustion, but remained alert to every noise. The dawn returned, and the cycle began again. Find food, find water, protect the group, repeat. No weekends, no retirements. The rhythm was set by daylight and seasons. So, what did ancient humans do all day? They worked. But their work wasn't a job, it was their entire existence. Every skill and every social bond was directly tied to staying alive. True idle leisure, as we know it, didn't exist. Life was the work of survival. Which part of that daily grind do you think you'd handle best? Let me know in a comment.